Hi, my name is Iliana, and for this final presentation, I am focusing on my geography UVD lesson, more in specific landforms. So, in this lesson, I will address landforms so that students can learn all about landforms and how they occur on the Earth's surface. So, by having students learn about landforms, they also have the opportunity to develop a better understanding of place, of space, and any environmental interconnections. They will also learn that landforms can play a critical role in the life of all people. They basically affect where people choose to live, the foods they can grow, a region's cultural history, and societal development, and architectural choices, as well as building development. This lesson is designed for second graders in mind. For my state standards, I pick social studies geography. That would be SS.G.2.3, which is compare how people modify and adapt to the environment and culture in our community to other places. So, my enduring understandings are like my essential questions. I have three main points. Point number one is, or question number one is, what is a landform? Students will learn that landforms are natural features on the Earth's surface. There are different types of landforms, such as mountains, hills, volcanoes, valleys, plains, islands, waterfalls, glaciers. That's just a few to name among many others. Uh, Number two, how are landforms made? Landforms are made over long periods of time, either because of movement from tectonic plates or weathering and erosion. And number three, why are landforms constantly changing? So students will eventually learn that landforms constantly change because wind, water, or snow and even ice erode and change the shape of land. Volcanoes and earthquakes can also change and contribute to the altering of the shape of lands and the Earth's plates, which are constantly moving, uh, can alter oceans and continents. So for my objectives, which are my Bloom's taxonomy, for remembering, I have students will be able to formulate their own definition of a landform. Understanding, students will be able to explain why landforms are part of Earth's features. Applying, I have students will be able to illustrate different landforms and their features slash characteristics. For analyzing, I have students will be able to differentiate between different types of landforms. Evaluating, students will pick a landform and justify why their chosen landform are important to the earth as well as people. And creating, I put students will be able to design their own landform. So for the focus of my presentation, um, in my presentation and my activity, I will mainly be focusing on the remembering level of Bloom's. The reason why I picked remembering is because before students can grapple any of the other like Bloom's taxonomy verbs and deeper understandings, they must first be able to understand and comprehend the most basic um, of Bloom's taxonomy, which is remembering, and just get a better comprehension of what landforms are. So the game that students will play is called Geography Landform Jabber. Um, it's basically a tell what you know partner type chat slash writing activity um, where students would take turns spinning a spinner and identifying and writing the name of a landform. They will also have to identify whether it is a land or water formation, and then they will tell their partner in as like maybe like a minute all that they know, as much information that they know, and the other person in the group will have a fact sheet where they will write all that information that that person is throwing at them. Um, so for this game, the materials that will be needed are paper clips, a pencil or a pen, paper with landform images, and like a recording sheet. So the instructions, as I said, for this game, you will put students into groups of 2 to 3. You will distribute individual landform cards and give one pencil and paper clip to each student. And you will also give a recording fact sheet to each student. So these are the sheets, or the recording spinner sheets right here. So there's 3 different ones, all with different landforms on them, so that those within the group aren't landing on the same landform and giving out that same information. They're basically learning about different landforms from one another. This would be the finding out if it's a land or water formation and the fact sheet. So, like I said, instructions, students will put a pencil on the landform card and use the paper clip as a spinner. Student will spin, and wherever the paper clip lands, the student will be tasked, as I mentioned beforehand, with formulating their own definition of the landform, as well as its features and characteristics. And as I said, the students are going to record these as facts. So to demonstrate this, kind of just give a glimpse of what it looks like, I will have my daughter come help me. I will go ahead and give her for her spinner, and she is going to take, let's see if you can see it, she is going to take the spinner, she's going to put a paper clip in the center, and she is going to spin it. And it landed on island. So in a minute or less, tell me all that you know about islands. And as she's telling me, I will be recording on my fact sheet. So go ahead and tell me all that you know about islands.
An island is an area of land that is surrounded on all sides by water.
Okay, what else?
Islands are formed when plates collide. They push land up, creating an underwater mountain that goes above land.
Okay, what else?
Islands happen and can occur in oceans, seas, lakes, and rivers.
Lakes, rivers, and anything else?
A fact about islands is Hawaii is a land.
An island, yes. Okay. So then it would be my turn. So I would have my own spinner, different to hers. I will take my paper clip and spin it. And as I spin, she's going to use that fact recording sheet. Obviously, we will have one for each. She will write all the information that I am spitting out, jabbering out to her. So I landed on a waterfall. So right off the bat, a waterfall is also called a cascade. Waterfalls are formed when a riverbed changes from hard rock to soft rock, and waterfalls can be so high that by the time the water reaches the bottom, it turns to mist, and they are formed when, oh, sorry, I already said that. They, so another fact about waterfalls is that the highest waterfall is in Venezuela, and it's called Angel Falls. And then we would just do this back and forth until we have kind of exhausted all the options on our spinner. So additionally, thank you. Any assessments that I can do with students later on, I can have students or give students like a paper with like multiple boxes in them and use those facts that they wrote into the boxes, and then they will have to cut out or print out pictures from like Google search to match the image to the definition. They could even have the option to draw the image as well. So for example, like if they write waterfall, they won't have the word like waterfall, but it'll say like plates collide and push like to the Earth's surface. It's an opening in the Earth's surface. Hearing that, they would know automatically that that's a volcano. They can like search it out. They can look for images or pictures in magazines, cut it out, and glue it onto there um, to kind of gauge their understanding of their own definitions. Um, and that is pretty much it. I've played this with a few of my second grade students, and it's a really big hit. And I think that it's also a really great stepping stone for really getting them to understand landforms before they can get to the higher level of thinking and activities. That's it. Thank you.